Hi, my name's Melissa Carolan, and today we're going to be talking about hydraulic fracturing. Fracking is a new method of extracting natural gas far below the Earth's surface. It is not seen in all areas of the world, but in the state of Michigan since 2008, over 30 wells have been completed using this method. It is growing rapidly, and not everyone understands the potential benefits and negative effects it has on the environment and the economy. As this gets closer to your community, you may have to vote whether to support or deny it. Growing up in Michigan, I have some firsthand experiences living around fracking areas. I've taken multiple environmental science classes, and I feel passionate on the hydraulic fracturing topic. This method of natural gas extraction is used all over Michigan and growing rapidly to other places all over the world. Before you decide if you want this in your community, you should understand everything about it. So today, I'm going to describe what fracking is, the effects it has on the environment and your physical health, as well as the profits created from it. This way, you can get a proper understanding before you decide to support or deny it. Moving straight into the first point of discussion, what is fracking? Fracking is the use of water at high speeds to extract natural gas and oil. Author Melissa Denchek describes this process as a technique used to enable the extraction of natural gas or oil from shale and other forms of tight rock. Large quantities of water, chemicals, and sand are blasted into these formations at pressures high enough to crack the rock, allowing the once trapped gas and oil to flow to the surface. The picture next to me better describes what the technique looks like. As you can see, the rig, the well, the earth, water is shot down from the rig into the earth, and it extracts the gas from the gas-rich layer. This process is good at extracting crude oil and natural gas, but what comes with natural gas is numerous air contaminants. These air contaminants are benzene, toluene, ethylbenzene, etc. Are these contaminants safe for people in the surrounding community? Is the process oil companies use to keep people safe? Moving on from how fracking works, let's talk further about the contaminants and how they affect people and the surrounding community. So I just mentioned contaminants such as benzene, toluene, and other organic compounds. They can affect people's health. An article from the Yale Public Health Analysis, a review of chemicals released into the air and water by fracking, has identified 55 that may cause cancer, including 20 that have been shown to increase the risk of leukemia and lymphoma. These air pollutants are not seen by every hydraulic fracturing site, but one scientist did a study, Dr. Peter Rabinowitz from Yale, and he got the results by randomly surveying 180 households with 492 people in Washington County, Pennsylvania. Washington County is in the heart of the Marcellus Shale, one of America's fracking hotspots. The researcher found that 39% of people living less than 0.6 miles from the gas well reported upper respiratory problems like sinus infections and nosebleeds, compared to just 18% of people living more than 1.2 miles away. For skin problems like rashes, 13% living close to the wells reported irritation, compared to only 3% living further away who said the same. All the arrows point to living closer to fracking rigs does affect your physical health. In the photo next to me, it shows the fracking hotspots in the United States. On another note, fracking also affects the environment in some ways because of the amount of water that is used for the process. Initially, when water is used, it has to be disposed. It cannot be recycled. In fact, spills and leaks can occur throughout the fracking process, including during the transportation of concentrated chemical additives, the mixing and pumping of fracturing fluids, and the storage, transportation, transportation, and disposal of used fracturing fluid and wastewater. So these liquids need to be disposed properly. This can be tricky because of the high amounts of water that are needed for this process. An initiative they are trying to do is reusing water multiple times in rigs in an attempt to waste less water. Because it is known that the amount of water being used at the moment is depleting the fresh water at a fast rate. Therefore, you can take away the not so good effects fracking has on the health of people living too close. As well, the initiative to make it better for the environment. Fracking needs to be done in order to support America and their need for oil and natural gas. Finding ways to be better at this process is what needs to be done in order to be realistic. Besides the environment and physical effects, let's take a look at the business challenges fracking companies are facing. Fracking companies have been through some unfortunate circumstances. People assume that oil companies make a lot of money because they charge so much for natural resources. But 2 years ago, the U.S. fracking industry was trying to recover from the crash of oil for the prices. It went from $100 a barrel to $50 a barrel. So they were trying to recover from the crash in the price of oil. Shell companies were promoting the idea that fracking was viable even at a low price despite losing money when oil prices were high. This means when the oil companies were struggling, they still kept gas prices low and were looking for other opportunities to find more oil so they could supply the high demand. That is why fracking is so crucial to the economy now. It was a new way to extrude crude oil and natural resources at low prices. The initiative even created new jobs. Arthur McLean from New York Times says beyond the debt overhang, the fracking industry's fortunes directly impact oil prices and the rest of the economy, while also being a significant job creator. Not only does fracking help gas prices stay down, but it creates jobs. In the summer of 2008, average U.S. gasoline prices topped $4 a gallon, angering drivers and weighing heavy on the U.S. economy. But thanks to a pioneering technology known as hydraulic fracturing, America has safely unlocked vast amounts of previously inaccessible energy resources, driving down gas prices and saving the average American $540 at the pump last year. Now you've been given all the information necessary to decide to support hydraulic fracturing in your community or not. There are potential risks to living around any sort of factory or mine. It is unlikely these effects will affect your community if taken correct precautionary measures and it keeps gas prices down. A solution to the problem of fracking would be go forward with the initiative of reusing water and creating boundaries of how close people can live to the rigs. So we've been through what fracking is, physical effects, environmental effects, and economic effects. At the end of the day, you'll support whichever side you deem acceptable. Thank you. Have a great day.